Good morning, everyone. We will begin with a prayer. I request Stacy to sing the prayer.
ചന്തമേറിയ പൂവിലും ശബളാഭമാം ശലഭത്തിലും സന്തതം കരതാരിലിന്നൊരു ചിത്രചാതുരി കാട്ടിയും അന്ധചാരു കടാക്ഷമാലകൾ അർദ്ധരശ്മിയമീട്ടിയും ചിന്തയാമണിമന്ദിരത്തിൽ വിളങ്ങുമീശനെ വാഴ്ത്തുവിൻ. ചന്തമേറിയ പൂവിലും ശബളാഭമാം ശലഭത്തിലും സന്തതം കരതാരിലിന്നൊരു ചിത്രചാതുരി കാട്ടിയും അന്ധചാരു കടാക്ഷമാലകൾ അർദ്ധരശ്മിയിൽ മീട്ടിയും ചിന്തയാമണിമന്ദിരത്തിൽ വിളങ്ങുമീശനെ വാഴ്ത്തുവിൻ. വിളങ്ങുമീശനെ വാഴ്ത്തുവിൻ. വിളങ്ങുമീശനെ വാഴ്ത്തുവിൻ.
Good morning again. It was William Shakespeare who once said that if music be the food of the soul, then play on. Music is something which has always attracted everyone across the world without any barriers of language. Music actually doesn't have any language at all. It is understood and accepted by everyone without any differences of language. Today, we learn about such a great musician who has contributed a lot to the world of music. India has always been a land of music, and the personality that we learn today is such a contribution, India's contribution to the world of music. She is none other than S Subbulakshmi, who was the awardee of Bharat Ratna. She was the first musician in India to be awarded the Bharat Ratna, the highest civilian honor in the world. So it is S Subbulakshmi. A short biographical piece on her. That is the first chapter. That is the core text of the fourth module of this textbook. So let us look at that. Let us look at that chapter. So it is written by a biographer of S Subbulakshmi. Her name is Malini Seshadri. So this actually doesn't tell us about her life story. To understand what she was, how she was, what was the contributions that she gave to the world, we need to go in deeply into the life story of S Subbulakshmi, which probably can be seen from the Wikipedia. Let us actually go through the entry in Wikipedia about S Subbulakshmi. She lived from 1916 to 2004. She was a Carnatic singer. India has two major streams of music. One is called the Carnatic music, and the other is the Hindustani stream of music. She belonged to the uh, Carnatic stream of music, which was largely followed by the southern part of the Indian subcontinent. So she was a Carnatic singer from Madurai, Tamil Nadu, and she was the first musician ever to be awarded the Bharat Ratna. So, as you can see, Bharat is the highest civilian honor that India confers upon its citizens. So, she was the first musician to be conferred upon the Bharat Ratna. After her, we have many musicians who were given the Bharat Ratna, like Lata Mangeshkar, Pandit Ravishankar, Maestro, Pandit Bhimsen Joshi. But she was the first musician in India to have been awarded the Bharat Ratna. And she also received the famous Raman Magsaysay Award, which is considered to be Asia's Nobel Prize. And she was the first Indian who performed in the United Nations General Assembly in 1966. In this text, we also come across this incident where she performed in the United Nations General Assembly, which is considered to be a great honor to any musician. She has been honored by a stamp which was brought out by the Indian Postal Department. Okay, she was a student of the famous Carnatic musician Shemmangudi Srinivas Iyer, and I think we have a picture of Shemmangudi here. This is Shemmangudi Srinivas Iyer, and she had her training in Hindustani music too under Pandit Narayan Rao Vyas. So she lived in a musical environment. She had a lot of interactions with different musicians from different musical streams. And she started performing from the age of 11. At a very young age, she had started performing music. And afterwards, she moved to Madras because Madras was a larger city, so that she would get more opportunities in music. The singing career, she had training from her mother, from different teachers. She has also acted in some movies and also sung for some movies. And there are certain honors which are given to Subbulakshmi because she was a prominent singer during the struggle too. She had an opportunity to sing before such great personalities as Mahatma Gandhi, as well as the first Prime Minister of India. Nehru once remarked that who mere Prime Minister before a queen of music. That is what he had to say about M. Subbulakshmi while he listened to her music. So I am just a mere Prime Minister, and she is a queen of music. So that was the comment that Nehru made while he listened to the music of M. Subbulakshmi. It is famously known that Sarojini Naidu is known as the Nightingale of India, but she herself, Sarojini Naidu herself, called M. Subbulakshmi as the Nightingale of India. Her famous songs are still played in many places every morning. Most of the music, in devotional music especially, that we hear are famously sung by her and are still played every day in many households and in even temples. So the awards that she had received are these. She was awarded the Padma Bhushan in 1954, the Sangeet Natak Academy Award in 1956, Sangeet Kalanidhi in Sangeet Kalanidhi in 1968, Raman Magsaysay Award in 1974, Padma Bhushan in 1975, Sangeet Kalashamani in 1975, Kalidas Samman in 1988, Indira Gandhi Award for National Integration in 1990, and Bharat Ratna in 1998. Okay, so these are the achievements, and this is the great musician who we are going to learn about in this chapter. So her name is S Subbulakshmi, but she is popularly known as MS, just MS, the short form. So if you say MS, it obviously refers to this musician, S Subbulakshmi. Okay, so I think we can read this paragraph. Aditya. Aditya, please read that first paragraph.
Yes, sir. One of India's greatest musicians is MS Subbulakshmi, affectionately known to most people as MS. Her singing has brought joy to millions of people, not only in all parts of our country, but in other countries around the world as well. In October 1966, MS was invited to sing in the Great Hall of the General Assembly of the United Nations in New York, while representatives of all the member countries listened. This was one of the greatest honors ever given to any musician.
Yes. So a great honor that she had received in 1966. Really a culmination of all her achievements. Even before that, she had sung before Pandit Nehru, she had sung before Gandhiji. And so she had this rare privilege of singing before great VIPs. And that kind of music that can enchant, that can attract great people was there. There was something in her voice that was so attractive. And she had a very long life. She lived from 1916 to 2004. It was almost maybe 90 years, probably. Yes. So a very long life, or a long life of music, of contributions to the world, musical contributions to the world. And United Nations, as you know, is a body of nations joining together from different parts of the world. So it is actually a world coming over there. So she was singing before the eminent personalities of the world, the presidents and the prime ministers of the world attending the conference. And before them, she was able to sing. And they were so much attracted by her music. And that is what is described next, how they were so much attracted and how did they appreciate it. That is what is described in this passage after that. And that was considered to be a great achievement of MS Subbulakshmi. Akila, you can read the next. Akila.
Sir,
You can read, you can read.
for several hours, MS kept the spellbound with the beauty of her voice and her style of singing. When the concert was over, the entire audience
stood up and clapped, a sign of their appreciation of not only the singer but of the great music that she had carried with her from an ancient land. India could not have had a better ambassador. Many people think of this as the crowning achievement in Subbulakshmi's life, but there are other achievements that she herself liked to remember even more.
So this incident where she sang before uh, the United Nations, that was considered to be a great achievement. And what did she do? She sang before these assembly members, and the audience was spellbound. So that is the term that the author uses, spellbound. It is as if they were held in a magical spell, ഒരു മാന്ത്രികമായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു വലയത്തിൽ പെട്ടതുപോലെ. So that is the kind of music that she had. That is the kind of voice that she had and a style of singing. And concert means kacheri, the singing performance. A performance of singing is called a concert. And after that, what happened? All the people who were seated there, the entire audience, stood up and clapped. അപ്പം അങ്ങനെ എഴുന്നേറ്റ് നിന്ന് കൈയടിക്കുന്നതിന് ഒരു പ്രത്യേകം പേരുണ്ട് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ. എന്താണെന്ന് അറിയാം? Anybody knows? The entire audience stood up and clapped എന്നുള്ളതിന് ഒരു ഫ്രേസ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യും ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ. They gave her a something. What is it called? That is a kind of
applause.
Okay, applause. Applause ശരിയാണ്. applause ശരിയാണ്. വേറൊരു ടേം ഉണ്ട്, എഴുന്നേറ്റ്. അപ്ലോസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ കൈയടിച്ചു എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. എഴുന്നേറ്റ് നിന്ന് കൈയടിച്ചു എന്നുള്ളത് ഹയസ്റ്റ് ഫോം ഓഫ് റെസ്പെക്റ്റ് ആണ്. അപ്പൊ ദേ സ്റ്റൂഡ് അപ്പ് ആൻഡ് അപ്ലോസ്ഡ് എന്നുള്ളതിന് ഒരു ടേം ഉണ്ട്. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് കോൾഡ് സ്റ്റാൻഡിങ് ഒവേഷൻ. അതിനെ വിളിക്കുന്നത് സ്റ്റാൻഡിങ് ഒവേഷൻ എന്നാണ്. സോ വെൻ ആൻ ഓഡിയൻസ് ഗിവ്സ് ആൻ അപ്ലോസ്, ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് കൈതട്ടുന്നതാണ്, കൈയടിക്കുന്നതാണ്. പക്ഷേ എഴുന്നേറ്റ് നിന്ന് കൈയടിക്കുന്നത് is considered to be the highest form of respect that is given by an audience to a performer. ഒരു പെർഫോമർക്ക് കൊടുക്കുന്ന ഒരു ഹയസ്റ്റ് ഫോം ഓഫ് റെസ്പെക്റ്റിനെയാണ് എഴുന്നേറ്റ് നിന്ന് കഴിക്കുന്നത്. അതിന് പറയുന്നതാണ് സ്റ്റാൻഡിങ് ഒവേഷൻ. So that is what they did. The heads of nations, എഴുന്നേറ്റ് നിന്ന് കൈയടിക്കുന്ന ആരാണ്? The heads of nations from across the world. They all stood up and clapped. And that is not just a recognition for that musician. So that is what the author says. It is not just the singer, but of the music. The Indian music is being recognized. And she thus became an ambassador of the Indian music in the സന്ദേശവാഹക, ഒരു അംബാസഡർ ആയിട്ടാണ് അവിടെ MS Subbulakshmi ആയി മാറിയത്. So that is considered to be a great achievement in her life. But she had many other great achievements, which is worthy to mention here, which she gave so much importance to. So many people think that singing in the United Nations Assembly in 1966 was a great achievement. But there were many other achievements that she likes to remember more, because her music was the favorite of the father of the nation. So when somebody like the father of the nation, Gandhiji, when he likes that song, that is a kind of great recognition. Maybe MS Subbulakshmi would have thought that Gandhiji's appreciation, maybe she might have considered that to be a greater honor than the Bharat Ratna that she even received. So that kind of recognition from the father of the nation is something that she liked and appreciated and cherished till the end of her life. Okay, the next paragraph, Ananya, Ramesh can read. Ananya. Ananya, are you there? It seems she is not there. I think I request Anjali to read that. Anjali Maya. Okay. So then I'll ask Anjana Lal. Anjana Lal, are you there?
Sir,
Yes, you can read.
when Gandhiji was alive, MS frequently sang the public prayer that he held every evening, at which hymns from all the great religion
Hymns.
were sung. There was one song that Gandhiji particularly loved when it was sung in her magic voice. A Guruji song called
Gujarati.
Vaishnav Jana,
Gujarati.
song called
Gujarati song.
Vaishnav Jana to tene kaiye jo kar karai janere. Only those people are religious who understand the suffering of others.
Yes. Could you understand the song? ഈ സോങ് പരിചയമില്ലേ? ഇത് വളരെ ഫേമസ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു സോങ് ആണ്. It's all right. So, aren't you familiar with this song?
Yes, sir.
ഈ സോങ് ഫേമസ് സോങ് ആണ്. ഈ സോങ് പരിചയമില്ലേ? Yes. So it is the Vaishnava Jana Tene Kahiye Jo Peer Paraye Jane. So this was one song which is very popular with Gandhiji. He liked this song especially when MS sang this hymns. Hymn is devotional song. The pronouncing the hymn എന്നാണ്. Last N is not sounded. It's pronounced as hymn. Hymn എന്നാണ് pronounce ചെയ്യുന്നത്. എഴുതുന്നത് HYMN എന്നാണെങ്കിലും pronounce ചെയ്യുന്നത് hymn എന്നാണ്. Hymn means devotional song. Hymn എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. So Gandhiji used to hold public meetings, song from all religions. Gandhi did not believe that God was a particular religion. Gandhi believed that God did not believe. The very famous saying that God does not have religions, don't have God. So Gandhi believed that God did not have any religion, and therefore he conducted prayers from all religions in the prayer meetings that he held. അദ്ദേഹം നടത്തിയിരുന്ന പ്രാർത്ഥനാ മത പ്രാർത്ഥനാ സമ്മേളനങ്ങളിലൊക്കെ എല്ലാ മതങ്ങളിലെയും പ്രാർത്ഥനാ ഗാനങ്ങൾ പാടിയിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പോഴും ഗാന്ധി ജയന്തി ദിനത്തിൽ നടക്കുന്ന സർവമത പ്രാർത്ഥനയിൽ എല്ലാ മതങ്ങളിലുമുള്ള പ്രാർത്ഥനകൾ പാടാറുണ്ട്. In remembrance of this prayer meeting that Gandhiji used to conduct. So this one song was a favorite of Gandhiji, and it had a lot of meaning in it. And what is that? It is not just praising God. What does it say? Vaishnava Jana to tene kahi. It is a Gujarati song. It is similar to Hindi. If you look at the words, you will understand that the words are very similar to Hindi. Tene, those people. Tene means those people. kahiye means are called. So those people are called Vaishnavajana. Vaishnavajana means people of God. ദൈവത്തിന്റെ ആളുകൾ എന്ന് വിളിക്കുന്നത് ആരെയാണ്? Only those people are called the people of God who jo peer suffering, suffering. Those who understand paraye jani. Jani means to know. So these lines means those people. Jo means those people who understand. Jani means understand. Paraye means of others. Paraye means of others. So those who understand the suffering of others, only those people can be called religious people. Those people can be called the people of God. So that was the meaning of these lines, and this was sung by MS, and it was very attractive. It was so attractive that Gandhiji liked it, especially the way she sang it. So that was the next part of it. The way MS sang it was so attractive that Gandhi liked it so much. Ansa.
Sir,
Yes, you can read that.
the song
You can read the next.
he brought so
So when she sang the song, when MS sang the song, so it is not just singing that brings in. So everybody can sing the kind of feeling that you put into the singing. That is what makes somebody an SPB or somebody an Yeshudas or somebody a Lata Mangeshkar and all that. എല്ലാവർക്കും പാട്ട് പാടാൻ കഴിവുള്ളവർക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും പാട്ട് പാടാം. പക്ഷെ പാട്ടിന്റെ കൂടെ ഭാവം, the kind of feeling that you put into the singing, and that is what makes the signature of the song. That is the signature of the song. The kind of feeling that you're able to put into the song is what makes the singing special. So that is how MS made her song special. And the kind of feeling that was there in her song was so attractive that it brought tears to the eyes of everyone, including Gandhiji. Even Gandhiji's eyes were moist after listening to MS Subbulakshmi. And his the other favorite song of Gandhiji is Raghupati Raghava Rachara. So it's also another hymn, a devotional song, which has now become the nation's favorite hymn. And she also sang this. That was also Gandhi's favorite. And Gandhi had appreciated the song of MS Subbulakshmi. Gandhiji also appreciated MS by saying that I would rather hear the words of a hymn spoken by Subbulakshmi than sung by someone else. അപ്പോൾ വേറെ ആരെങ്കിലും പാടുന്നതിനേക്കാൾ MS വെറുതെ വാക്കുകൾ പറഞ്ഞാൽ മതി, അത്രയും ഫീലിംഗ് അവരുടെ വോയിസിനുണ്ടെന്നാണ് ഗാന്ധിജിയുടെ അഭിപ്രായം. മറ്റുള്ളവരെന്തെങ്കിലും പാടുന്നതിനേക്കാളും MS പറഞ്ഞാൽ അതിന് ഇഫക്റ്റ് കൂടുതലാണ് എന്നാണ് ഗാന്ധിജി അഭിപ്രായപ്പെട്ടത്. I would rather hear the words of a hymn spoken by Subbulakshmi than sung by anyone else. So that is a great recognition from the father of the nation. Okay, towards the next paragraph we understand what is it that made her song, singing special. What is it that made this great singer special? Aparna A.R.
MS practiced her music for several hours every day, together with her daughter, Radha, and whether she went, people listened to her in wonder and admiration. What is the what is the
Secret.
secret of the great power that she had to move the heart of people everywhere? It is not just her voice. Someone once said after listening to her in wonder and admiration. When she sings, there is something there. One catches a glimpse of what can only be called goodness, a sort of purity of spirit. The greatness is in the singer, not just the song.
Yes, so this is the crux of the chapter, that it means it is not just the song. If you are an expert singer, that doesn't make you a great singer. It is not just the song. It is some quality that you have inside you, a purity of your heart. So it again has to got to do with your personality, your character. If you are a good person, then you are likely to make a better singer than an arrogant person who can sing better. So the quality of singing is carried forward from the character of the person. So that is the main argument that the writer makes in this chapter. So she of course was a great musician. She practiced for many hours every day with her daughter Radha, and wherever she went, people were so much attracted to her music. And what is that attraction? Because it is not just the voice. So that is something we have to understand. It is not just the voice, it is not just your musical capabilities, it is not just practicing for many hours. Then what is it? When she sings, there is something there. Something in it is not something concrete, it is abstract. ആ സംതിങ് എന്താണെന്ന് നമുക്കങ്ങനെ അത് നമുക്ക് പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്തുണ്ടാക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല, കുറേ പാടിയത് കൊണ്ട് വരില്ല അത്. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് സംതിങ് ദെയർ ഇൻ യുവർ ക്യാരക്ടർ. സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് വാട്ട് ദിസ് ഓഥർ സേസ്. It is called, she calls it goodness or purity in the character of the person, rather goodness of the heart. So it is not just in the throat. Music throatil ninnum varunnaanennu namukku thonuvenkilum, but it actually has to come from the heart. So that is why he says, she says that the greatness is in the singer, not just in the song. That is what makes her a great singer. Maybe we can watch a small clipping of MS singing in a Gandhi Jayanti gathering in 1988, where she was invited to sing before the gathering, which included the then Prime Minister, the President of India, and all. So let us have a quick glimpse at that.
मौन समाप्त हुआ। अब विशिष्ट प्रार्थना सभा आरंभ होती है। विश्व प्रसिद्ध गायिका श्री S सुब्बुलक्ष्मी और पंडित जसराज गांधी जी के भजन इसमें गाएंगे। श्रीमती सुब्बुलक्ष्मी तुलसी के भजन से आरंभ कर रहे हैं।
The singers here you will see are Subbulakshmi and Pandit Jasraj. Jasraj, who passed away very recently. In his 90s, he passed away in the United States almost a month ago. This is S Subbulakshmi. This was a Gandhi Jayanti prayer meeting, and you can see Gandhi's picture there. This was the then president of the country. Sri R. Venkatraman was the president of the nation, also present at the meeting along with the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister sitting on his left. So this is the Prime Minister of the country, and at that time was Rajiv Gandhi, 1988. I'm speaking of 1988. So the Prime Minister and the President were attending this musical prayer meeting, which was conducted in honor of Gandhiji on Gandhi Jayanti Day in 1988, and in which she was then invited singer. So, so that kind of greatness she retained till the very end. So that is what we understand. Till the very end of her life, even in 1988, after so many years, so she still was able to sing so well, even in her old age. She was considerably old in 1988. She was at least 72 years old. So even then she was able to sing so well. So that kind of quality in her music was there, even in her old age. So that was the point of showing this short video glimpse. And let us look at the vocabulary exercises here in this chapter. So let us look at the sentences here. Music has no barriers. There are certain words which are italicized, put in italics. Music highlighted there. Music has no barriers. Honors came to him when Dickens published this novel, A Luetist. Kings wear crowns at official ceremonies. So these words have to be used in their appropriate form. The different forms of these words should be used. For example, music can be having many forms like musical, musician, musically, etc. So honor can have many forms like honored, honorific, honorization, etc. Crownments can have crowned, crowning, etc. So there are different forms. That is vocabulary building. That is changing a word from one form into another, from one part of speech into another is called a change of form. That is part of vocabulary building. So let us find out what are the different words can we have here. So here the first one example I will tell you. Here we can have a form of the word music. Dash gather at the Samadhi of Saint Tyagaraja at Tiruvayar every year to offer their prayers. Who gather? It can be a form of music എന്നുള്ളതിൻ്റെ ഒരു form use ചെയ്യാം. What can you use there? ഏത് യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമോ?
Musician പറ്റില്ല.
Yes. Musicians gather. Musicians gather. Plural form. Musicians gather at the Samadhi of Saint Tyagaraja at Tiruvayar every year to offer their prayers. The next one, guitar.
Musical.
The guitar is musical. Yes, Gauri. Oh, so many people have said it is a musical instrument. Yes, musical is correct. The dash minister for education. Yes, honorable is correct. Honorable Minister for Education addressed the meeting of the Students' Union. Yes, it is correct. Everybody has given the correct answer. Honorable. Mr. Gandhi was the dash secretary of the South African Association. So that is honorary. Honorary honorable തമ്മിൽ വ്യത്യാസമുണ്ട്. Honorary എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ it is a post that indicates a position but does not give any money benefits, monetary benefits. A position which gives which does not give any monetary benefits is called an honorary post. അപ്പോൾ ഓണററി പോസ്റ്റിന് പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് ശമ്പളമൊന്നും ഇല്ലാത്തൊരു പോസ്റ്റ്, പക്ഷേ എല്ലാവിധ അധികാരങ്ങളും ഉള്ള പോസ്റ്റ്, അങ്ങനെയുള്ള പോസ്റ്റുകളെയാണ് ഓണററി പോസ്റ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. സോ ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് ദ ഡിഫറൻസ്. ദാറ്റ്സ് എ ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് മീനിങ് ബിറ്റ്വീൻ ഓണറബിൾ ആൻഡ് ഓണററി. ഓണറബിൾ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ആരാധ്യരായ, ബഹുമാന്യനായ എന്നൊക്കെയുള്ള അർത്ഥമാണ്. പക്ഷെ ഓണററി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ വേറെ അർത്ഥമാണ്. ഓണററി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ പൊസിഷനുണ്ട്, പക്ഷേ വേറെ ബെനിഫിറ്റ് ഒന്നുമില്ല. അതിന് ശമ്പളം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വേറെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ആനുകൂല്യങ്ങളോ ഒന്നും കിട്ടാത്ത പോസ്റ്റിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ ഓണററി പോസ്റ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. സോ ഗാന്ധി വാസ് ദി ഓണററി സെക്രട്ടറി ഓഫ് ദി South African Association. Dash degree has been abolished in Indian universities. അതും ഓണർ വെച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു വാക്കാണ്. ഇറ്റ്സ് ഓണേഴ്സ് ഡിഗ്രി. അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഡിഗ്രി ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഓണേഴ്സ് ഡിഗ്രി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞൊരു ഡിഗ്രി ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഓണേഴ്സ് ഡിഗ്രി മീൻസ് എ ഡിഗ്രി വിച്ച് ഈസ് greater than an ordinary degree and lesser than a postgraduate degree. ഒരു പോസ്റ്റ് ഗ്രാജുവേറ്റ് ഡിഗ്രിയുടെ അത്രയും വാല്യൂ ഇല്ല, പക്ഷേ ഒരു സാധാരണ ഡിഗ്രിയേക്കാളും വാല്യൂ ഉണ്ട്. അതാണ് ഓണേഴ്സ് ഡിഗ്രി. സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് കൈൻഡ് ഓഫ് കോഴ്സ് വി ഹാഡ്. അത് ചില യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റികൾ 4 വർഷത്തെ കോഴ്സൊക്കെ ആയിട്ട് നടത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഡിഗ്രി കോഴ്സുകൾ സാധാരണ 3 വർഷമാണ്. പക്ഷേ ചിലപ്പോൾ ചില കോഴ്സുകൾ 4 വർഷത്തെ കോഴ്സുകൾ, അതിന് നമ്മൾ ഓണേഴ്സ് ഡിഗ്രി എന്ന് പറയും. അപ്പം അതിന് കൂടുതൽ വാല്യൂ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പോൾ അത് യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റികളിൽ പലയിടത്തും ഇല്ല, പക്ഷെ ഇപ്പോൾ വീണ്ടും ചില സ്ഥലത്ത് തുടങ്ങിയതായിട്ട് കാണുന്നുണ്ട്. സോ ഓണേഴ്സ് ഡിഗ്രി ഈസ് ഇൻ ബിറ്റ്വീൻ ആൻ ഓർഡിനറി ഡിഗ്രി ആൻഡ് പോസ്റ്റ് ഗ്രാജുവേറ്റ് ഡിഗ്രി, സംതിങ് ഇൻ ബിറ്റ്വീൻ ദീസ് ടു. The dash
Sir,
achievement
honors
in
degree ഇപ്പോഴും
Ilayaraja's
ഉണ്ട്
career is the
പുറത്തുള്ള
composition.
യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റികളിൽ. ഞാൻ നോക്കിയിരുന്നു. ബികോം ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ട് ഇപ്പോഴും ഓണേഴ്സ്.
പുറത്തുണ്ട്, ഇന്ത്യൻ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി.
ഇന്ത്യനിലും ഉണ്ട്. എവിടെയാണെന്നറിയോ? മറ്റേ
ഇന്ത്യയിൽ
BHU ബനാറസ് ഹിന്ദു യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി, അതുപോലത്തെ ക്രൈസ്റ്റ് യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി, അവിടെയൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. ഇപ്പോഴും ഉണ്ട് ഇന്ത്യയില്.
അതെ.
സർ ഇന്ദിരാഗാന്ധി യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിയിലുണ്ട്.
അപ്പൊ അത്
ആ
ഇന്ദിരാഗാന്ധി ഇഗ്നോർഡ്. ഓക്കെ. So, but many places it is not seen. It is not very common anyway. പല സ്ഥലത്തും കോമൺ ആണ്. അതിനെയാണ് ഓണേഴ്സ് ഡിഗ്രി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ചില സ്ഥലത്ത് അത് 4 വർഷത്തെ കോഴ്സൊക്കെ ആയിട്ടാണ് അവർ നടത്തുന്നത്. എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ സാധാരണ ഡിഗ്രിയേക്കാളും അതിൽ കൂടുതൽ പേപ്പേഴ്സ് ചിലപ്പോൾ കാണും, കുറച്ചുകൂടി ഇൻഡെപ്ത് ആയിട്ടുള്ള സ്റ്റഡി ഉണ്ടാവുമായിരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് അതിനൊരു സ്പെഷ്യൽ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ്. എന്തായാലും സാധാരണ ഡിഗ്രിയേക്കാളും അതിന് കൂടുതൽ പ്രാധാന്യമുണ്ട്. Okay, the next one, the dash achievement in Ilayaraja's career is the composition of a symphony for the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. Crown വെച്ചുള്ള ഒരു വാക്കാണ്. Yes, Aparna, crowning ആണ്. Crowning achievement. Yes, Pama. Crowning achievement, correct. The highest achievement. Ilayaraja, as you know, is a very famous musician. He was, he is still, he's still alive. He is a music director, and he has been famous for being associated with SPB. In fact, he began his career through SB Balasubramaniam, who passed away recently. He was called a Raja by SPB, and they used to make musical performance. അവർ രണ്ടുപേരും മാത്രമായിട്ട് മ്യൂസിക്കൽ പെർഫോമൻസ് നടത്താറ്. When SPB was not so popular, in his very young age, maybe in his teenage, and he used to sing at many places. He just used to take Raja with him. At that time, he was not the director. He used to play the harmonium. Harmonium വായിക്കാൻ അറിയാം ഞങ്ങൾക്ക്. So used to make musical performances. Musical performances. So that's a very long association of two great musicians. Okay, so that's the SPB and Ilayaraja. Okay, again another exercise in vocabulary building. Give 5 words for each of the suffixes used in the following. The suffixes എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നെസ്, ഇതിൽ നെസ് എന്നുള്ളതാണ് സഫിക്സ്. ഇതിൽ മെൻറ്റ് എന്നുള്ളതാണ് സഫിക്സ്. ഇതിൽ വിറ്റി, സെൻസിറ്റിവിറ്റിയിൽ വിറ്റി എന്നുള്ളതാണ് സഫിക്സ്. IAN, മിസ്റ്റേഷ്യനിലെ IAN എന്നുള്ളതാണ് സഫിക്സ്. ഇതിൽ ER എന്നുള്ളതാണ് സഫിക്സ്. അപ്പം അങ്ങനെ നെസ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന വേറെ വാക്കുകൾ. Give 5 words which uses ness. Greatness. Yes.
Hurtfulness.
Yes, Adin. Happiness, correct. Pardon? Fullness. Heartfulness, okay. Brightness. Heartfulness is a system of meditation which is very popular nowadays. Okay. Carelessness, good. Illness, okay. Thickness, Aditi. Darkness, goodness. Okay. With ment, judgment പോലെ ment വെച്ചിട്ട് പറ്റും. Engagement, very good. Government, nice. Aparna. Management. Entertainment. Assignment, argument. Agreement, commitment. Refreshment. Environment. Excellent. Okay. Sensitivity, witty, negativity, positivity. Very nice, Aisha. Both are good. Creativity, community. Okay. No, witty. Witty ആണ് വേണ്ടത് ബാമ. നിറ്റിയാണ്. Sensitivity. അത് sensitivity ഒറിജിനൽ വേർഡാണ്. എലിജിബിലിറ്റി. വിറ്റിയാണ് അപർണ വിറ്റിയാണ് വേണ്ടത്. വിറ്റി അല്ല, വിറ്റി. VITY. നമുക്ക് ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനം എന്താണ്? നമ്മൾ ഓൺലൈൻ ക്ലാസ് അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ കണക്ടിവിറ്റി വേണം. വെരി ഗുഡ്. കണക്ടിവിറ്റി. യെസ്. ആക്ടിവിറ്റി. വെരി ഗുഡ്. ആക്ടിവിറ്റി. നൈസ്. ഓക്കെ. ഇനി CIAN. ഗ്രാവിറ്റി. യെസ്, കറക്റ്റ്. Technician. Okay. Technician. Musician. Magician. Very good. Electrician. അതിൽ ലാസ്റ്റ് ഭാഗം ഓൾവേസ് പ്രൊനൗൺസ്ഡ് ആസ് ഷൻ. ഷിയൻ എന്ന് നമ്മൾ പറയില്ല, ഷൻ എന്നേ പറയുള്ളൂ. ഫിസിഷ്യൻ, ഇലക്ട്രീഷ്യൻ, മജീഷ്യൻ, അങ്ങനെ ഷൻ എന്നാണ് അത് പ്രൊനൗൺസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഫിസിഷ്യൻ. വെരി ഗുഡ് സരിഷ്മ. ഫിസിഷ്യൻ. പ്രൊനൗൺസിയേഷൻ ഷൻ എന്നാണ്. 5 വാക്കായോ അപ്പോൾ? ടെക്നീഷ്യൻ, മജീഷ്യൻ, ഇലക്ട്രീഷ്യൻ, ഫിസിഷ്യൻ, മ്യൂസീഷ്യൻ ഒറിജിനൽ വേർഡാണ്. ടെക്സ്റ്റിലുള്ള വാക്കാണ് മ്യൂസീഷ്യൻ. ഓക്കെ. Okay. Last one, composer. Disposer, proposer, player, teacher, dancer, supposer, singer, swimmer, reader, character, runner, writer, speaker, driver. Okay, there are so many. Okay. Oh, very nice responses. Thank you for that. I think we are running short of time. Clever. Oh, clever is actually one word, but Sarishma, clever, a marker was okay. Clever, അതായത് ER വെച്ച് ക്ലബിൻ്റെ കൂടെ ക്ലബ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന വാക്കിൻ്റെ കൂടെ ER ചേർന്നതാണെങ്കിൽ ക്ലവർ പറ്റും. പക്ഷെ ക്ലവർ ഓൾറെഡി ഒരൊറ്റ ഒരു സിംഗിൾ വേർഡാണ്. ഇറ്റ് ക്യാൻ സ്റ്റാൻഡ് അലോൺ. അതുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്കത് ക്ലവർ പറ്റില്ല. ER എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു സഫിക്സ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മളൊരു ഒറിജിനൽ വാക്കിൻ്റെ കൂടെ ഒരു എൻ്റെ ആഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ്. അപ്പോൾ മാർക്ക് എന്ന് പറയുന്നതിൻ്റെ കൂടെ ER ആഡ് ചെയ്തു. അപ്പോൾ മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്ന സാധനം അത് മാർക്കർ. അങ്ങനെ സഫിക്സ് ആഡ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴാണ് പറ്റുന്നത്. Okay, but good attempt. Everybody has done well. Okay, we have. I think we have come to the end of our time. So I think we'll stop here. We will continue with the exercises in the next class. So thank you for joining. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.